YouTube. You know the vibes. Rjwattstv back in the building, man. Let's green know the vibes, man. And we back with another video for NBA 2K20 news on this very Monday. Hold on, man. I feel like I'm like too high up in there. Let me raise my chair down a little bit. Yeah.
Perhaps the most famous classic.
We back with another video for you guys. Now, speaking of this video itself, it talks a lot about the mechanics of the game itself. They break down the details between offense, defense, handles, badges, off ball. Yes, I said it. Off ball, AIs. But we're gonna be talking about in this video, main focus right now for me is more so the defensive mechanics and the badges in Takeover. So with that being said, man, like I said, I know you guys probably seen it on Twitter. You guys probably read over the article itself. Defense has been a huge factor in 2K19. But the only thing about the defense, a lot of people is not liking when it comes to is spamming steals on a consistent basis and being successful with getting those steals as well. But hey, there's gonna be changes for that, man. Just like on the offense when it comes to handles, I'll do another video on that. There's gonna be changes on that. Also with the takeovers, there's gonna be changes on that. But at the end of the day, it's going to be something different. Now we always look and we read what we're seeing. 2K is telling us this, but will this be an actual game? We know what they're saying. If you guys feel what I'm saying right here, we know what they're saying. But will this be implemented officially into the game itself? Let's go ahead and look at the article. Let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of what it is explaining. Like I said, it's gonna be lit and crazy to see because I ain't gonna say I'm surprised about it, but it's more so that I can't wait to see the official game play, like me with the controller in my hands, to give you a real feel, talk, and spiel of the game instead of reading it and just telling you and you're like, oh, it sounds nice. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, anybody can make some stuff sound good. It's about, will it feel good? All right, here we go, baby. So we got the article here, NBA 2K20. This specific section speaks about defense. They call it the read and react. Pretty much what they're saying is they didn't neglect defense on the end of the floor. On-ball defenders will be happy to hear this. You know what that means if you watch my streams. Yeah. Pretty much they're providing more tools to help lock down the ball handlers. They've been calling it the read and react. When guarding the ball, defensive players will see a small arrow under the ball handler indicating where they're leaning or attempting to go. So meaning it'll be like an arrow showing the position of, are they about to attack right or about to attack left? Which is going to give you a little bit of help on playing on-ball defense. So you guys that are playing off-ball defense, get in the game, play some on-ball, get some clamps in your life. The arrow shows up different times based on the defender's abilities, modeling the different reaction times between a poor defender and a great one. Anticipating the ball handler's movement properly and cutting off their attack will yield much more predictable outcomes, such as stonewalling the dribble, forcing a pickup, or causing a fumble. So that's sounding like if the ball handler is dribbling so much and he comes down, he does the same crossover and you catch that every single time, your ability to react to that actual position play, you'll be able to see that arrow show you he's going to do the same thing again. And then the animations kick off with him fumbling the ball, with him getting uncontrolled with the ball, not feeling confident with the ball. That's what I'm reading and that's what I'm understanding from what this is saying. Thanks to the motion engine upgrade and its improved defensive footwork, as well as a greatly improved body up ride system, one-on-one battles now resolve in much more predictable way, showcasing the differences between attacking a flat-footed defender versus a highly skilled lockdown. Man, defense, I'm all about defense. Y'all know this, man. Y'all know this. This hypes me up a little bit. What I've been seeing a lot of tweets on though is spamming steal. Now if you're spamming steal, they're saying that when you spam it one time, it should be an easy blow by, get to the rim, boom, predictable, easy. I disagree to agree. Now I got a feeling that they're gonna implement that in the game, but also make it where certain animations react. If you go for a steal, then animation will react to the offensive player being able to blow by easily if you don't get that steal off right. That's what I'm very nervous about. But you do have people that go for a steal but are able to react to get back on defense. They may go for a fake steal or a little bitty steal. They don't go for a full-on reach into the body steal. So there are certain ways to steal the ball. It doesn't have to be that you're spamming steal to just all the ways go for a steal. If you see what I'm doing, like, you know, you're not going for the body itself. You can probably just try to swat it out while still standing in a defensive position. Under the ball handler, you'll also notice the indicator ring change from a solid circle to broken up lines as the ball handler moves around the court or performs moves. The more broken up the circle, the more vulnerable. Damn, that word. The ball handler is losing the ball, pretty much. To further emphasize this, we've tuned on ball steals to be much more predictable. So for NBA 2K20, it's most important to read what the ball handler is doing and reaching at the times rather than running around randomly spamming the steal button. And if you guys know what this means, that means people that has Hall of Fame pickpocket. Now, if they do bring those Hall of Fame badges back, will that be easily accessible to steal a ball? I highly guarantee that it will be. Because at the end of the day, I get it. They're saying, yeah, you go for a steal, you got to be able to read and react first. But if these guys got Hall of Fame pickpocket and they got 99 steal or 98 steal, whatever you want to call it, come on, 2K. I'm pretty sure your mechanics is going to allow that steal to happen. There's no possible way. So, well, now I don't see that it says going for steals will tone down your stamina, and that's what bothers me. You know, it's like if you're playing defense, you're stealing like crazy, you should get tired faster. But on that note, that's the defensive side of things. Like I said, I'm all about my defense first, offense second, because defense wins championship, offense wins games. But at the end of the day, what do you guys think about the defensive article so far? I want to hear y'all comments in the section below. Like I said, this is the defensive part, and we're going to talk about the takeovers because I'm going to separate these videos and talk a little bit about all what's on this article as well. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're doing laser crew. You know we rocking, we vibing. But let's go back onto the takeovers and the badges. Now I know there's been a lot of talks on Twitter in regards to the badges and takeover. So this article is not so much a lot of information what they're saying, but it's a lot of information. So badges have become the main way of players to set themselves apart from each other. They knew how important that the game and the community, as we've seen it, as they were cycling around things of how can they make it better, how can they tone it down, or what can they do to, you know, make it a difference for 2K20. So they say they came with an impressive list of 80 badges that will allow the players to express different strengths in various areas of the game. They put in a ton of work to ensure that each badge was valuable and unique to cater to just an imaginable playstyle. They added neighborhood-specific badges that enhances the physicality and the flashy play on the playground. But of course, Takeover will be returning to 2K20. Now, what I've said on my Twitter tweets before is it mainly was in regards to a tweet from one of the devs. They asked, what should they do about Takeover? What do you like about Takeover? What do you dislike about Takeover? My only dislike about Takeover is the fact that given the ability to leave it on for a long time, even when missing a shot, getting a turnover, and so much more, I feel like the Takeover should not last no more than maybe 30 seconds to a minute, depending on what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, if you're hot and you killing it, okay, you're hot and you killing it. But if I come back down and miss a shot, I'm not hot anymore. I missed that shot. And if I come back and miss another shot, I'm not hot anymore. I shouldn't have that ability to miss 2 or 3 shots and still keep my takeover until I can use the rest of that takeover. I feel like the takeover lasts too long, it lasts like maybe 3 minutes or so. I feel like it lasts too long. So I would say 30 seconds to a minute if they're in the zone of getting that takeover. Give them that ability to have that 30-second and that minute to go crazy, and then back to regular play. Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna be hot out the gate for 4 minutes straight. I mean, you probably got people that can go to work, but I highly doubt that you can go crazy like that. So it returns to 2K20 with the more content and new features. And pretty much what they're saying is they have tuned the takeover abilities to be much more balanced across positions and play styles. There are ton talks about when it comes to badges, attributes, takeovers, and improvements to player builds. So they have toned down the takeover abilities to be more balanced. What do you guys think that means? I really got a feeling I know what that means. I wonder if that means they are toning it down, not by the time frame what I was just talking about, but more so like these players, what they do in real life. Should we allow them to change the takeovers? Allow the abilities for them to do these takeovers instead of that person being a balanced player. For instance, Greek getting sharp takeover. Ain't no way in hell. Won't happen. Is there a way that they're allowing for them to specifically give takeovers to all the players and that's what they get standard? Or I don't know. What do you guys think? Because like I said, when they say balance, I see balance more so a word as all these players don't do these things in 2K. So we're allowing everybody to give them any takeover they want. So let's give them the takeovers and they just play the game. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's like I said, it's interesting. We got a lot of information on these articles. If you guys want more content talking about 2K20, which I'm gonna still drop it for you anyway, like I said, the thumbs up button. If you're new, subscribe and join the Lace Up crew. You know the vibes, you know we rocking, you know we do. Stay tuned. If you catch me on the streams on Twitch, Rjwattstv, also on Mixer as well as Rjwattstv. You know the vibes. Everything will be in the description. We litty.